How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 25 franchise video. And in today's video, we have our first AFC team, and it's going to be the New England Patriots. So the way we do this, last video we did with the Panthers. The Patriots, we're doing the same thing with all the 32 teams based on the standings. 5 seasons. You know, we're trying to win a Super Bowl if we can. It's not meant to be realistic. Injuries are on. We'll mispronounce his names. If we do, we do. And again, you know, it's just a video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously. We're just here to have fun, mess around, and, you know, see how well we can do with the Patriots. So we got 5 seasons. And, yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and join the content. Comment down below some more videos. Go to socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description if you click on DJP. And, yes, we're doing all 32 teams based on standings orders and then where they finish in the postseason. So if you recommend me a team, I will eventually do them, but it's not really a recommendation. It's more so I'm going to do it when I can. So, yeah. Patriots time. Get on the gameplay. Start off with the roster. Funny enough, the Panthers and the Patriots met. First video because of the preseason. They play against each other, so same screen right here. Now let's go to the roster. So I don't know why I went over there, but I did. Alright, we'll take a quick look here. So Drake Bay is going to be our starting QB. They got rid of Mac Jones, so we'll see how well Drake can do. The rookie. Brissett's backing him up. In terms of halfbacks, you got Stevenson. Antonio Gibson's there. Michael Hasty. No fullbacks. Wide receivers, Kendrick Bourne, KJ Osborne, Demario Douglas, top 3. Hunter Henry's going to be our tight end. We've got Austin Hooper. So pretty, okay, not terrible. Chukwuma Okorafor as our left tackle. Left guard's going to be Strange, a.k.a. Cole. We got Michael Jordan. We got the GOAT, as some might say. So, all right. David Andrews and Jake Andrews here as our centers. We've got as our right guard, and Leighton Robinson's there too. Mike Onwenu, right tackle. Christian Barmore is going to be our left end. We got Dietrich Wise Jr. as our top right end. Devon Godchaux is our defensive tackle. We got Mike Purcell as well. Hill, Farms Jr., all those cool guys there. Matthew Judon, I think, is our best player. He's a left outside linebacker. Josh Jay is also there too. And you can see the rest of the team. Middle linebacker, Jawan Bentley, Raekwon McMillan, and Giles Harris. Jelani Tavai, right outside linebacker. And Sione Takitaki is there too. So yeah, Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, top 3 corners. Peppers is going to be our free safety. Strong safety is going to be Kyle Duggar. So yeah, cool stuff. And then you've got Joey Sly kicking, and then punting is going to be Bryce Barringer. Yeah. There your pick situation. So, you know, if there's anybody that we can move, we'll look to do so. Try to make a couple moves, maybe get some more draft picks. And I will take a look at the depth chart as well, like the improved team, and see where we can look to improve. Since we don't have a fullback, we could always pick one up. And that wouldn't be a horrible idea, just to have one on the roster. So we'll go with Ben Mason. We'll just get him on the team. We have plenty of cap room, by the way, so that's not going to be an issue for us. So left tackle. I mean, David Bakhtiari would be a great pickup. He's a free agent, and I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't pick him up. Even if it's not realistic, we might as well sign him. He's in the game. Am I going to really do this? Yeah, screw it. Screw it. We're doing it. And I think that is all I'm going to go for here. I mean, yeah, in terms of signings at least. I don't really need to get any of these guys here. I might try to make a couple trades. See if there's somebody we don't want. So let me do that, and then we'll start kicking off this rebuild. All right, 2 6th-round picks From the Browns, we're just trading away Jacoby Brissett. We don't need him. Yeah, it's probably could have maybe got a 5th or a 4th, but I was like, let's just take a couple 6th. That should be fine for us. You know, we don't really need to do much more right now. So, also, for those that don't know, we have long snapper Joe Cardona. So if you were looking at the tight ends, and you might have been wondering, why is there a 26 overall on the team? So he's a long snapper. So that's what that's about. But anyways, just wanted to point that out there in case anyone was curious. So yeah, I mean, obviously defensively pretty good, but you know, we'll see how well the team does. Again, we're rebuilding. I don't expect too much this season, but I think maybe by year 3 we could be competing for the postseason, the playoffs. So we'll see what happens this year and go on from there. So we're actually sitting at 4-3 right now. Better than I would have expected us to be. So, okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. So, how's Drake doing? Actually doing really well. Drake's doing really well. 16 TDs, 2 interceptions, 63% completion percentage, 109.8 pass rating. That's really good. I love that. Stevenson, 427 and 2 TDs, 116 and 1 from Drake. Gibson, 97 yards. He didn't rush much. Kendrick Bourne, 322 yards and 2 TDs, 302 and 3 from KJ. Demario Douglas, 282 and 3, 247 and 4 from Hunter Henry. Not too bad. Sacks. David Bakhtiari's let up 7 sacks. A couple guys let up 2, and a few guys let up 1. So, okay. Tackles, got 46 from Bentley, 40 from Gonzalez. Matthews got 38, 37 from Duggar. Jelani, 36, 33 from Jones, 30 from, well, Jonathan Jones has 30, 33 from Marcus Jones. Sacks, Judon with 5, 4.5 from Barmore. Okay. 2.5 from Wise Jr., 2 from Hill, a couple guys with 1. Interceptions, Duggar's got 3, 2 from Peppers, and a bunch of guys with 1. Kicking, punting, kick, and punt, return. So, good stuff there. Let's take a look here at the stats. Not stats. Well, team stats, but I didn't want to go over there and do it. Still navigating the menu. Look at it like this. So, we're 6th in opponent's points per game. Or offense points per game. Pass yards, 13th. 18th in rush. Opponent's points per game are 13th. Pass yards, 27th. And then opponent rush yard, 13th. So, not bad. Jets have been pretty good this year. Ooh, they're 6-1. Yeah, they're a pretty good team. Let's see. Negotiations, who's up? There's some guys want to re-sign now. Excuse me. We have a ton of money, so I definitely want to keep some players on the team. Some guys are going to have some options as well, so yeah, we'll see if we can try to keep some guys around, like, you know, Andrews. We can keep him around right now. I wouldn't mind that. We'll throw you a little cheeky 3-year deal. We can always move you if necessary. Rondre Stevenson wants to test. Uche is probably going to wait. Jonathan Jones, we can get you now. That would be great. We'll give you a little 3-year deal and you'll re-sign. Yeah, and I can always reconstruct contracts. So that's something that is in the pipeline. You know, most of these guys, I could probably even give them bigger discounts if I was being smart. But I'm TJP, and I'm not very smart. So, well, maybe I am. Not when it comes to EA, though. And then Wise Jr. will also we'll give him a 3-year deal. Yeah, again, I can always move these guys. I think that's all I'm going to kind of sign for now. We'll just, yeah, anybody else, we'll kind of just wait. Yeah, Cole Strange has an option, so we have a lot of money in free agency. I mean, the class isn't going to be that great, but we're going to try to add some talent. Of course, we got the draft. We have a trade-off for Josh. I mean, we can view the offers. And, I mean, Vadu Kasi wouldn't be too bad in the 7th rounder. Traylon Burks in the 7th from the Titans. We can get McFadden a 5th and a 7th. Okay, Donovan Peoples-Jones in a 5th. Daxton Hill. Khalil Herbert. Not terrible. Since we just re-signed Matthew Judon, it might actually make sense to trade Josh. I'm trying to think here would be the good. I mean, this you get a couple picks. Here you get a couple picks as well. I might do this with the Packers. Get Preston Smith. 6th and a 7th. Or, yeah, we'll do that deal with the Packers. Why not? Let's get a right end. Alright, I'm going to see if there's any other moves that I can make. And then if I can't, you won't see me. Otherwise, if I do make a move, you'll see it. It's that simple. Alright, I'm trading away a future first-round pick, future third, and a future second to the Saints. We're getting Chris Olave as well as Hamilton. And a 4th and 5th round pick this year. Yeah, I feel like Chris Olave is a good talent upgrade, and then Devon Hamilton is also a solid defensive tackle that fits the scheme of our team. So, like I said, we're trying to improve. I guess we might as well try to improve a little bit this year and make a run for the wild card. It doesn't hurt to try. I mean, we're 4-3 right now, so there's a chance. Although then again, it's tough because we're in the AFC East and we got the Bills and the Jets who are pretty dang good. So, all right, well, we ended up going 8-9 and did not make the playoffs. Now, had we not lost some tricky games, we'd have actually made it as a wildcard team because Miami did. But we lost some games, and yeah, it's tough. But listen, like I said, I wasn't expecting us to be this good this year anyway. We're rebuilding, and we're building in the right direction, as you can see. So ranking-wise, not too bad. Offensive points per game, we're at 11th, 9th in pass yards per game. Offensive rush yards per game, 19th, 15th in defensive points per game, 22nd in pass yards, 19th in rush yards. Okay, could be better, but let's take a look at the stats. It says we need a QB, but I don't know. If Drake plays like this, that's very good. So, close to 3,600 yards. He had 3,595, 33 TDs, 11 interceptions, 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. It's very nice. 65% completion percentage, 99.9 passer rating. I'll take it. Rush-wise, 1,059 yards for Stevenson. He had 5 TDs. Gibson, 284 and 5. 274 and 3 from Drake. There's some promise with him. So there's some promise. Chris Olave on receiving. 900 yards, 7 TDs. KJ Osborne had a 74-yard reception. Good for him. 825 and 8 TDs, 736 and 6 from Kendrick Bourne. 637 and 5 from Hunter Henry. Not too bad. Blocking-wise, not games. Blocking. David Bakhtiari, 11 sacks allowed. Got to get that down a little bit. Went in with 8. Andrews with 4. 3. A couple with 1. All right. Defensively, Bentley, 106 tackles to lead the team. 83 from Jelani Tavai. 76 from Gonzalez. Duggar, 73. 71 from Jones. Jonathan Jones, that is. All right. Tackle for losses. I see 13 sacks from Matthew Judon as well as Preston Smith. So congratulations to them. 8 from Christian Barmore. 4 from Wise Jr. Bentley with 3. 2 from Hill. And then it kind of just goes down from there. 5 interceptions for Duggar and Jonathan Jones. A couple guys here with 2. Mapu and Peppers. Your poo is Mapu. Mapu. Manu. All right. Jamon Bentley. Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, as well as Raekwon McMillan, 1 interception each. There's Ryland with the kicking. Something from Behringer. Kick, return, and punt return. So there's some promise. We'll have our pick, and of course the draft classes still do not work. So what does that mean? That means I can only have the 2025 draft class that I found to use. Every other draft class can be randomly generated. Yay. What are we doing here? Fix your game. That's what you got to do. You got to fix the game. So, obviously, since we didn't make the playoffs, we're just going to sim it, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then go on to the offseason to try to improve this team. Well, we're at the Super Bowl week. I got a notification, ROTY, which is Rookie of the Year, So, obviously, we had a Rookie of the Year winner, so that's cool. So, the Super Bowl. It's weird they don't show it anymore. I gotta click in to see it. Green Bay, 21-13 over Buffalo. Xavier McKinney was the Super Bowl MVP, free safety. Mahomes was the NFL MVP. Andy Reid was Coach of the Year. Both the Chiefs. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year, wide receiver. TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year for the Steelers. And then, of course, our quarterback, Drake May, was the Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Patriots. And then Edgerrin Cooper was the Defensive Rookie of the Year, middle linebacker. So, cool, I guess, for everybody that got an award. We're going to head on to the second season, the off-season, try to see if we can improve this team. All right, so let's take a look at the negotiations. We got a couple guys with options, so Olave being one of them, so we are certainly going to accept it. Stevens, okay, I don't know what the hell was going on there. Stevenson, okay, Skull Strange, you have an option, we're going to accept you. And then a few other guys here. I mean, we could, if we want to sign him, I guess Stevenson would be the biggest guy that we want to keep. It looks like he wants to test, which, I mean, if you do want to test, like, do it. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I could franchise tag him. But for, actually, 1 year, $10.6 million is not horrible. I've seen worse. But we're not going to tag him. So we'll just kind of let him test. And maybe we'll get a replacement or somebody back for him. Marco Wilson. That's going to get the deal done. So, yeah, I mean, I'll offer anybody else that might want to stay, possibly, and then we'll kind of just go on a free agency. All right, I'm just going to head on to free agency. We'll have a little bit of money if I need to do some reconstructing, but I don't think I'm going to have to reconstruct at all. So we're just going to head on to free agency. I mean, I'll show you guys the class. I didn't show you the first year's class in the last video. I mean, again, the problem with this, it's going to be the same every year, so we will just show it once. I mean, Amari Cooper would be cool. I mean, actually, it's not always the same. Most times it is. I mean, you might have some different players here and there, but I guess Stevenson would make the most sense to try to re-sign, unless I trade for a running back, which I could do, and I might do. I haven't thought about that yet, so we'll see. But we're going to try to see if we can get some guys on this team, and we'll go from there. All right, I traded for a 4th-round pick, Chargers. We traded the Gacho. Why not, right? 4th-round pick this year. We don't really need him anymore. So, yeah, that's what we've got. In terms of free agency, I think I've made my signings. So I'll just show you guys the signings. We're just going to advance the free agency recap. I think I'm good with what we have. We'll keep a little salary cap space open. So, of course, we're going to have our picks, too. In case you guys were curious, yeah, we got Bobby Wagner, Patrick Ricard, fullback, Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver, we got a halfback, Elijah Mitchell. So we replaced him, we made Stevenson, just let him walk. Then we got Elijah Moore, Onyemata, new defensive tackle, and then Matt Hennessy, a left guard. So most guys fit the scheme, except for Ricard, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, we're going to advance the draft to get the 1st-round pick. Let's see who we can take with them. All right, so we're picking 13th. Let's make a selection. I'm just going to pick it, see what we got here. I'll show you guys our first pick. I mean, hypothetically speaking, Carson Beck is still on the board. We could take him. I really don't need him, but I don't mind. I wouldn't mind taking him because he's a top 5 talent. So I think we just take him 13th. Why would he slip that far? You know what I mean? So we're going to take Carson Beck. And we could always move him if necessary. And, oh wow, I guess he went down. Maybe our scouting is garbage. But that's fine. So I guess Drake doesn't work out with Carson Beck. I could also always move him too, so he might be a valuable piece. So here's the draft recap. Rest of the picks. So we got ourselves Ronnie Aldridge, Kenny Hodges, James Wilbur, Alexander Glover, Cummins, Downey, McKee, Smallwood, Bush, and Winston. So, not a bad draft. Alright, let's head on to these. Alright, let's take a look at the roster. This is where the fun starts. So, look here and see what is on the team. Who is on the team? So, our quarterback's going to be Drake. I mean, he's coming off a nice season. He's improved a lot. We have Carson Beck as well. He just drafted, so we'll see what we decide to do with him. Mitchell is going to be our running back, as well as Gibson. Then we also have Glover, top 3 guys. Patrick's going to be our fullback, wide receiver, Chris Olave, Elijah Moore, and Shaheed, top 3 guys. But we're pretty stacked on wide receiver, I'd say. Hunter Henry's going to be our tight end. Bakhtiari's going to be our left tackle. There's Caden Wallace. Left guard's going to be Cole Strange. Matt Hennessy's up there, too. David Andrews, center. Jake Andrews, also a center as well. So is going to be our right guard, but Hodges, who we just drafted, might have something to say about that. Michael Nwenu, right tackle, 84 overall. We got Aldridge, who is ironically on the injury list already. And Barmore's going to be our top left end. Right end's going to be Preston Smith. Also have Deatrice Wise Jr., though, and then White and Roberts down there. Onyemata, as well as Hamilton, our top 2 defensive tackles. Matthew Judon's going to be our left outside linebacker. Middle linebackers to be Bobby Wagner and Juwan Bentley. All right, outside linebackers to be Jelani and then Taki. Corners, Jones, Gonzalez. Well, 2 Jones and a Gonzalez. Our top 3 guys at least. Peppers, free safety, strong safety. Kyle Duggar, and we also have Mapu. And then kicking, we need a kicker, so we're going to sign a kicker. And then Bryce is going to be our punter. So let's sign a kicker, and then we'll head on to simulating. So, free agency. We can get Cameron Dicker the kicker. We could. But I got him last time, so I'm going to get Lutz this time. I'll get Will Lutz, sign him to a contract to be on the team. So, we'll go with Lutz. All right. Just to be somewhat slightly different. But yeah, I'm looking at the overalls. 83, 85. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys once I have an update for you. We're not going to make any trades right now. All right, we're at the midseason, and we are 7-0. I mean, okay. I was not expecting that with our team, but yet we are having a great season. So, let's take a look at the stats and see what's going on, what the story is. So there's Drake. I mean, this guy's killing it right now. 1,511 yards, 13 TDs, 3 interceptions, 75% completion percentage, 120.2 passer rating. I gotta say, he's been awesome. So shout out to Drake. Mitchell, 386 and 7 TDs. He's even got 118 too on the rush. Glover, 104 and 1. Receiving, Chris Olave with 390 and 2, 353 and 3 from Rashid Shaheed. Hunter Henry, 310 and 2, 249 and 1 from Elijah Moore. Caden Wallace has not let up a sack, but he didn't play much. Okay, this one I'll look at it. Strange, Bakhtiar. Okay. Only 10 sacks allowed so far. Okay. It's a little strange that Strange has 4. Kidding. Tackles. Wagner, 38, 37 from Jelani. Jonathan Jones with 30, 28 from Judon and Gonzalez. 27 from Barmore, who also has 4 sacks. Second only to Matthew Judon with a half sack more. Half sack behind Barmore and a sack less than Judon is Preston Smith. And then Jelani, Tafai's got 3. A bunch of guys with 1, a couple guys with half a sack. Tafai's got 2 interceptions, and then a bunch of guys with 1. There's your kicking, your punting, kick, return, and punt return. Very nice stuff. Now, if we look at the stats for the team, the rankings, you look at them, and it's like, we're scoring 24.5 points. That's 10th. 215.8 yards. It's 11th. Giving up 90.7 rush yards per game. It's 22nd. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Offense. We're 10th, 11th, 22nd. I keep saying the wrong thing. Okay. We're all right on offense. Pretty solid. Defensively, I guess, been pretty good. Points per game, second best. Second least amount allowed. And then 179 point yards per game. So teams aren't getting up and down the football field against us, which is good. I got 6 players up for contract right now. And, we are over budget. Way over budget. So Gonzalez likely has an option. But, like, someone like Bentley, I cannot negotiate with. Which means we are going to have to do some restructuring of my contracts. we've gotten very expensive very quick. So I'm not going to do that now. But for those that don't know, you go to team salaries and you restructure contracts, right? So whoever's making a lot of money, you just say restructure and then free up space, and it just pushes the money back, which can be beneficial, but also could be daunting as well. So I have to see who needs that restructuring and where we could free up space. I don't even know if we'll be able to free up enough. We'll see. Nevertheless, I'm not worried about this, that right now. Let's just get to the playoffs, since that's where we're going to most likely end up being. At least we should. All right, well, we made the playoffs. I will say this, though. We absolutely sucked after the midseason. We went 3-7. So, after an amazing start, a disappointing ending. But at least we're in the playoffs, so I can't be mad. We're taking on Kansas City, though. It's probably going to be a loss. Nevertheless, I'd say a successful season, getting there in their second year to playoffs. Was not expecting that to happen, but here we are. Would have been nice to get a bye, especially after starting off the season we did. But next year now, the expectations, I guess, change a little bit. We got to be in the playoffs next year, hopefully, for sure, at that point. But yeah, Drake, not too bad of a season. He was solid, so we like to see that. He did really well. Even his 69% completion percentage, which is nice. Mitchell, 941, 7 TDs, 393 from Drake. Glover, 166 and 2. Receiving wise, Lave with 938 and 761 and 6 from Shaheed. Henry, 712 and 5. And then Elijah's got 650 and 7. Okay. Blocking, which means sacks allowed. You can see there. Nobody let up below 4, but nobody let up above 6. All right. 99 tackles from Wagner lead the team, 295, 77 from Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar with 75, 69 from Marcus Jones, nice, 68 from Christian Gonzalez, and it just keeps on going from there. Sack-wise, 9 from Barmore, 8.5 Judon, Preston Smith, 8, 5 from Tavai, and Yamada, 3.5, 2.5 from Wagner, a few guys with 1, a few guys half sacks. See the interceptions, just Duggar, Tavai, and Mapu. 3 from Duggar, 2 from Tavai and Mapu, and then a bunch of guys down here with 1. You got your kicking. Lutz missed 1 field goal, but he was all right for the most part. And you got your punting, kick, and punt return. All right. Well, we saw the rankings. I want to take a look at injuries. Maybe did we have any injuries? I don't know if we have any injuries now. We got Gibson and Hamilton. Okay, so a couple injuries. It's not going to make it easier for us against the Chiefs, but no one ever said it would be easy. So, all right, we're just going to advance. And by advance, I mean we're going to hop on the Super Sim. I used to not hop in the Super Sim in the wild card games. I only did it for... I didn't even do it. I think I remember a time where I just didn't even do it at all. I didn't even hop on into the Super Sim. I think that might have been like my first Madden, and then I started doing it a little bit more because people wanted to see gameplay a little bit. And, now I do it more. So I do basically every playoff game. That's when we hop on in. So let's see if we could give the Chiefs a run for our money. All right, Super Sim action. Arrowhead, baby. We're going to jump forward to the end of the game. It's going to be a tough matchup here. First blood is going to go to us, though. We're up 3-0. And they're going to score right there, make it 7-3. Going into the second half, it's going to be 7-3 still. We are down 14-3, now 14-6. We got to score here. We cannot. And it's 21-6, and that's going to be the game, 24-6. Okay, our offense did not work that week. So we lost in the wild card. I mean, that was to be expected. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and tell you that I was expecting to win against the Chiefs this year. So we overachieved. But at the same time, Drake did not have a good game. At the same time, I would have liked to have gotten the bye, because then we would have maybe had an extra, boost. But it's all good. No worries. Now, though, third season's where it's going to get magical. So, the Super Bowl was the Chargers against the Seahawks. and the Seahawks won it. Jalen Milroe was the Super Bowl MVP. So we had Mahomes, Dave Canales from the Panthers was Coach of the Year, Devontae Smith, Eagles, Giants, Dexter Lawrence II, Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Milroe was the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Lance Ridgeway. So Jalen Milroe gets drafted and takes the Seahawks to the Super Bowl and wins it. Realistic much? I don't know about that, but all right. It's good for the Seahawks. Let's head on to the third season. Yeah, it's going to be the third season now. Crazy. This goes by so much quicker than college football. So much quicker. All right, so cap room. Well, there's some cap room now, so that's good. Gonzalez, we're going to accept the option, of course. Got a few other guys here that we'd like to keep around. Might as well keep Will Lutz. I'll throw him a little 3-year deal if he wants to stay. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, the one thing about college football is like the problem is you got to constantly recruit. Like that's the biggest thing about the game. To me that's the most enjoyable part of recruiting. Whereas like trades and stuff like NFL is just so much quicker. Yeah, also the sim engine is faster. I'm also going every single week with the college football because of the recruiting. Otherwise, then if I let the game do it, you saw how if you guys didn't watch any of those videos, the game does not do a good job at all with recruiting. So I basically have to watch every single week. Otherwise, we're basically just asking for a death sentence with EA. So yeah, that's why it takes forever to make those kinds of videos. And personally, I'm kind of glad that Madden is here because now I can kind of just focus on that. We'll sign, we'll keep Taki, why not? As for that, we'll keep cap room a little bit open. Maybe try to make it trade or signing. So we're just going to dance to free agency. And we got pretty much everybody that we wanted to keep. And free agents class this year, is it good? I don't think so. I lied. It is amazing. Okay. It is amazing. All right, we got to get one of these guys up here, so we don't have enough room. But we'll try. We're going to try to see if we can get some of these guys. I mean, there's even guys like that are not 90s that I could also get to, so let's see what happens. All right. I traded Polk, a second, fourth, and a third round pick to the Commanders. We got back Newton McGee, another defensive tackle, and another mid linebacker, and we got also 3 7th round. I threw 3 7th round picks in there. I probably could have thrown better picks, but it's fine. I really just wanted the players. We got an improvement there. Not too bad. All right, so I didn't do too much signings. I did a couple signings. I did get Tyron Smith, so a nice left tackle, and then we got Christian Benford as well, corner. It was one of my top guys on the list. Didn't fit. I was going to try to get Mark Andrews, but I was like, you know what? Too much money. So, screw it. We didn't get him. As for the draft, I'm going to show you guys the draft recap. We don't have a first-round pick this year, so it doesn't really matter. Again, these are all degenerate players anyway. But yeah, I'll show you guys the draft recap, and then we'll head on to the third season. Here's the draft recap. I'll show you guys what we ended up doing here. Oh, we did have a first-round pick. I'm dumb. I thought we traded it. Never mind. My apologies. I thought we traded it. I thought I traded my first-round pick. So, Callum Callahan. I mean, we needed a left tackle anyway, so we got a good one. I thought I had I forgot. I traded it last year. I traded one of my first, but anyways, it's okay. It's all right. Free safety, Juwan Adam, Josh Miller, Dexter Glass, Ty Lewis, Paul Blamey. All right, it's cool. I mean, nothing crazy. So yeah, we're just gonna head on to the third season and see how good we can be this year. All right, let's take a look at the roster. It's not bad. I might try to sign a couple guys or something, but yeah, Drake's already up to an 89, so that's huge. Also, Beck is at a 79. Joe Milton, the third, also on the team. We got Mitchell, Gibson, and Glover. Pretty good. Ricard and Bellamy are going to be your fullbacks. Chris Olave. And then Moore and Shaheed, top 3 receivers. Henry's going to be our tight end. We've got left tackle Smith. And I guess Callahan will take over at some point. So he's going to learn from the best. One of the best, so that's good. Cole Strange, left guard. Pretty good stuff. Center's going to be David Andrews. He's getting up there in age, but it's fine. Hodges, our right guard, so that's good to see. Yep, there's So, and then Robinson. Mike Onwenu is going to be our right tackle. Then we have Ronnie Aldridge. Then Barmore, left end with Watts. Right end's going to be Preston Smith. Then we have Demetrius Wise Jr., as well as White, Newton, Hamilton, top 2 defensive tackles. We also have Paul McKee and Winston. Matthew Judon is going to be our left outside linebacker still, so that's cool to see. Middle linebackers, Bentley, McGee, who we traded for from the Commanders. Tavai and Takitaki, right outside linebackers. We got Gonzalez, Jones, and Benford, top 3 corners. And then free safety Peppers still. Strong safety Duggar. Mapu's up there though. Will Lutz, and then Bryce Barringer is going to be our punter. Is it a better team? I'd say it's a pretty solid squad. Is it better than last year? I don't know. But I'm going to take a look at the improved team just to see if there's anybody or any position that we can kind of get better at. Maybe that tight end spot. We can maybe look to try to upgrade there before we start simulating. Obviously, punting. I mean, we could get a punter on the team. I'm going to go with Corey and get him. Might as well just sign Corey. Get yourselves a better punter. All right, I'm going to see if I can make a small trade. Either get myself a tight end or a center. And then we're just going to simulate and see what happens. All right, I traded this deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we're giving up David Andrews and Barringer, as well as a first-round pick, 2028. We're getting ourselves Barton, Britt, Graham, and 2 fourth-round picks. So now we don't have a first-round pick this year. We don't have a first-round pick next year, which is fine. We're just building through trades and free agency, and whoever we can draft at the other positions. So, all right, I'll see you guys at the midseason. We'll see how well this team does. I mean, last year we started off 7-0. This year, I feel like that's not going to happen. It's, as you can see, this year, not as great of a season. 2-5, which is bad. Pretty bad. So, let's take a look here and see what the story is. If I go to the stats and awards, Drake is, doing pretty well. 12 TDs, no interceptions, 70% completion percentage. All right. He's not doing terrible. 43-4 from Mitchell. Gives him 149-1 so far. Yards from Shaheed. He's leading the way. 396-2. 3-11-1 on for him. For Olave. Elijah Moore, 259-5. 257-3 from Hunter Henry. On the receiving end, games for the blocking. There it is. Barton, Onwenu, Smith, and Hodges. Not terrible. 52 tackles from Bentley. Jelani Tavai with 41-34 from Duggar. Jones, 33-31 from Gonzalez. Benford with 30. Pretty cool stuff. Sacks so far, 3.5 from Judon. Barmore, 2.5 from White. Bentley, 1.5 from Newton. 1.5 from Smith. A bunch of guys half sacks. Interceptions, just 3 as a team. Peppers with 2. Tavai with 1. Lutz, kicking. You're punting. Kick and punt. Return. Just like that. Now, yeah, definitely a down year. Looks like it's just going to be a bad season this year. So hopefully we just pick it up. Maybe some guys got hurt throughout the season. That happens. We've got 13 players up for contract. We have money. There's some good players here that I would like to keep around. So if they want to stay, that would be great. Drake's got an option. So does Barton. Okay. So yeah, I'll see if I can keep any of these guys, and then we'll just simulate, I guess. And I don't know, maybe have a good second half of the year. Can we go 8-2? Maybe. Went 7-0. All right, I'm back. Sorry. And nope, 6-11. Our worst season yet. Ugh, we took a step back. That's all right. So next 2 seasons, got to hit the ground running. Can't take any more step backs. So Let's see what the story is. I mean, Drake was solid. Not too bad of a season for him. 3,950 yards, 25 TDs, 10 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, 103.3 passer rating. I mean, this is somebody that could stay as my QB. Mitchell, 620 and 4, 316 and 4 from May. Gibson, 315 and 1, 279 and 5 from Glover. Shaheed got the 1,000 yards, 6 TDs, 776 and 2 from Crystal Olave. We kept Hunter Henry, 640 and 6, 621 and 7 from Moore. And we've got sacks allowed. Barton, 10, a little too high for me. Tyron Smith, 8, 6 from Lenu. Strange with 4, 3 from Hodges. In terms of tackles, 112 from Bentley, divided with 90, 76 from Duggar, Gonzalez, 74, 72 from Benford, 70 apiece between Peppers and Jones, and the list goes down from there. Sacks, 8.5 from Smith, 4.5 from Newton Judon, 4 from Christian, 3 from Keon White, Bentley, 1.5, as well as Devine, and a couple of guys here. A few guys there with half a sack. Interceptions, 3 from Jones, Jonathan Jones, that is, Jabril Peppers, 2, and then Devine and Gonzalez, 1 apiece. There's your kicking, punting, kick return, punt return. And there you go. Let's take a look here at the team stats and see what the story is. All right. Boom. There are the rankings. Yeah, we didn't do great scoring-wise. 25th. 15th in yards per game, passing-wise. Rush 19th. 17th in points per game allowed. Pass yards, and then 22nd and 19th in rush yards allowed per game. So let's take a look here at the team. Any injuries? Just Gibson, dislocated ankle, obviously. That sucks, but it is what it is. All right, well, time to advance to the Super Bowl. We're gonna have to make a few moves. Can't have that happen. Lost some couple close games. As you can see, 2015 the Bears, 23-20 the Dolphins. We just got to win those close games. So the Super Bowl was the Vikings and the Chiefs, and by no surprise, the Chiefs won. Patrick Mahomes was the MVP of the Super Bowl and the MVP of the NFL. Kevin O'Connell was the coach of the year for the Vikings, getting them to the Super Bowl. Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Hines, Defensive Player of the Year on the Jaguars, right end. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Vikings, Adonis Redmond. A lot of rookies contributing, man. Very good. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year was the Falcons corner, John Ridley. Doesn't matter? Not necessarily, but I'm going to point it out anyway. All right, let's head on to the fourth season. This is the season where, obviously we made the playoffs in the second season, overachieved, then we underachieved this year. Let's get back on track now. All right, we got cap. We have cap. $62.8 million, so we're going to accept the options on Drake and Graham Barton. So that's perfect. As for the rest of these guys, I'm going to let Gibson walk because he's injury prone and he's getting up there in age. I mean, I guess we could keep Corey, but it's not really like the biggest deal. He's going to want to test. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't really care. Anybody else here that's kind of important? Honestly, no. I mean, Keon White, I guess we could keep him. But if he wants to test, like, I'm not, if he wants to test, I'm not going to complain. Okay, no, okay, he wants to stay, okay. So $54 million, I guess. Rest of these guys, we could let City go. We got Layden Robinson, so I'm fine with that. We do need a left outside linebacker. We're going to need running back and a left outside linebacker. I think those are the positions. So hopefully free agency is actually decent again. We'll have money to spend, and we could always restructure some contracts, make some trades if necessary. So there's really nobody here that's a position of need. Nice, typical. All right, Justin Reed, Williams, and Wiley. I traded away a first, 2 seconds, 2/3. Probably an overpay. I wanted to get McDuffie, but I couldn't. That's fine. I like what we have here. Improves the team. So yeah, that's our big trade of the offseason, I guess. All right, so I did a little bit of free agency signing, not too much, but I did get some guys. here. So if we take a look at my signings, got back Corey on the team. Chase McLaughlin's gonna be our kicker. Jerome Ford halfback. Kendrick Green left guard. We got Sam Hubbard at left end. We got Nick Benito left outside linebacker, and then Garrett Bradbury into the center. Most of these guys fit the scheme of the team, so I like it for us. Obviously, we'll have a little bit of draft, but it's more so like guys that probably won't see the light of day. We'll see what happens. We're going to advance on to the fourth season. I like where we are. And hopefully this upcoming season we'll have a better year. That's what it comes down to. We're going to view the draft recap here. And as you can see, this is who we ended up drafting. We got, I thought it said Boner. It said Bonner, though, of course. All right, cool. Let's head on to the fourth season. Show you guys the roster. Let's take a look here. Fourth season. We're going to look at the roster. And some good talent. Of course, got Drake. There's Carson Beck as our quarterback still, backing him up. Got Ford, Glover, and Jones, halfbacks. Fullbacks got Ricard and Can. Wide receivers, Crystal Ave still with Moore and Shaheed. At least our top three guys. You can see the rest of them there. Hunter Henry, tight end still, but then we have Jared Wiley backing him up. He'll probably eventually take over the starting spot. And then we've got Callum O'Callahan, who's now going to be starting left tackle since Teron retired. And then we got left guard, Cole Strange, 79 overall left guard. Then we got Kendrick Green backing him up, so that's cool to see. Graham Barton's going to be our center. We have Bradbury backing him up. And then Paul Downey. Right guard, Hodges, Robinson, and Hillman. Right tackle, Nwenu and Aldridge. Left end, Barmore, Hubbard, and Hawkins. White's going to be our right end. We have Newton and McKee, our top two defensive tackles. Also, Devon Hamilton still on the squad. Nick Benito's going to be our left outside linebacker. Middle linebackers, Bentley, McGee, and Glass. Right outside, Tabai, Taki, and Bonner. Or Bonner, not Boner. A lot of corners there. Gonzalez, Benford, and Jones, our top three guys. Williams not too far away. Jonathan Jones getting up there in age. So, we'll see. Free safety, Peppers. And then we've got Justin Reed, strong safety. Mapu backing him up. Kicking is McLaughlin. Potting is Corey. Borioquez. Bojangles. Alright, I'm going to go to the improved team. Just want to see the depth that we have. Seems like we're solid. I don't know if we need to pick up anybody. I think we're okay. I mean, we could pick up Walker Little if we want another right tackle, which maybe I will do just so that, we have a little bit of insurance there. We have money, so we'll pick him up. Fits the scheme. So that should be fine. Right end. We don't have one, so interesting. We're going to go Logan Hall, pick him up on the team. And then anybody else here? Looking good on. I was left outside linebacker. We could get another guy like Zach Harrison. He fits. Just to, again, have him on the roster. And that should be fine. I think we're kind of filled up now, so. Alright, I like it. I'm cool with it. I'm going to fix around the scheme, make sure it fits the players. And, yeah, in our fourth season, hopefully we can get back to the playoffs. And anything's up from grabs from there. Alright, this is a better start to the season. 6-1 in the AFC East. So we're off to a good start. Let's take a look here at the stats and awards. And we're not really care about the awards, but we just care about the stats. So I'm looking at Drake. He hasn't passed too much. 7 TDs, 2 interceptions, but nevertheless, he's having a solid year. Still, 400.5 passer rating, 66% completion percentage. 421 and 2 from Jerome Ford. 205 from Drake. Glover with 155 and 9 TDs. So he's doing really well. Elijah Moore, 360 yards, 3 TDs, 376 from Crystal Ave, who does not have a touchdown reception yet. Interestingly enough. Hunter Henry, we've got 303 and 2, 277 and 2 from Rashid Shaheed. Shaheed. Cool name. Sacks allowed, you can see there, Strange with the most with 4. 3 from Hodges, 2 from Mike Onwenu and Ronnie Aldridge, and 1 from Barton. Tackles, Tavai's got leading the team with 41, 38 from Bentley. Gonzalez with 38, 22 from Mapu and Benford. 17 between McGee, Benito, and Harrison, and then it kind of just goes down from there. Let's take a look at sacks so far. We only have 7 as a team, 2 from Newton and Barmore, and then Benito, Harrison, and White, 1 apiece. Interceptions, we have 7 of them. Jones and Reed, 2. Bentley, Mapu, Peppers, 1. There's your kicking. There's your punting. There is your kick return. And there's your punt return. Yeah, like I said, 6-1. Henry Brock. What is Henry Brock doing there? I don't know what Henry Brock's doing. Let's take a look. We've got some negotiations. But before we even get to that, I wanted to see the stats. Yeah, we lost to Dallas. Look at that. 35-31. Yeah, we're 12th in offensive points per game. 14th in pass yards. 204.2, 118.4 rush yards per game, 4th in the league, 2nd in opponents' points per game. Opponents' pass yards were 26th, 84 rush yards, 9th on that front. So, very cool stuff. Curious to see what negotiation we have. A little bit of cap room left. Gonzalez wants to stay. Newton. Yeah, there's some good players here that I need to make sure stay on my team. Prospect is an option. I could try to re-sign him now, but we'll also have, I'm sure, money in free agency too. So, but let's try to see if we can keep some of them. And yeah, we're just gonna advance on. I'm not gonna make any trades. I think we're pretty much set. Can I give you like this kind of contract, and will you accept it? Yeah. All right. A little bit of a discount. I might be able to give them a little less than what I'm giving them. The problem is I can't really tell where the lower limit is, but it's just I'm kind of just like guessing and checking here. Okay, yeah, like Tavai wants way too much money for me to like. Yeah, team friendly. I would even go lower than that, but all right, we'll just wait. We'll just wait till the off season. We'll have some money then. We could also restructure some contracts too. All right, well, I got some good news. We ended up making the playoffs. 12-5 got the wild card game against the Dolphins. The Jacksonville Jaguars 16-1. Pretty insane stuff. No idea who they lost to, but yeah, there's the playoff bracket. We are right here. So if we win, we get a date with them in the divisional. So that should be fun. All right, let's take a look at the stats because that's what's most important. So yeah, Drake, I mean, not as great of a season as he's had in the past, but nevertheless, still a solid year for the guy. Got to give him credit where credit's due. Rush-wise, 1,001 yards from Ford, 7 TDs, 364, and 1 from Drake. Glover had 337, but 14 touchdowns, so that is really great to see. Really promising. Olave 909, 2 TDs, 774 and 6 from Elijah Moore. Shaheed 679 and 3, 582 and 4 from Hunter Henry. And that was our sacks looking. 9 from Aldridge allowed, okay. Strange with 6, 5 from Hodges, 4 from Onwenu, and Barton also with 1. Tackles, we got 101 there from Jelani Tavai to lead the team. 96 from Bentley. Gonzalez 84, 73 from Benford. Okay. Tackles for losses looks good as well. You can see who's playing good defense. Barmore, 6 sacks, 5 from White, 4 from Newton. And the list goes down from there. We got 5 interceptions from Christian Benford as well to lead the team. 3 from Reed, 3 from Jones, 2 from Gonzalez and Peppers, 1 from Tavai, Bentley, and Mapu. And yeah, here's your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. I don't know why. Sometimes I press the R2 button and it just doesn't register. It's really weird. But anyways, the Dolphins have the advantage on pass yards, opponents' points per game, and opponents' pass yards. We have the advantage on offense points per game, rush yards, and opponents' rush yards. So should be an interesting matchup. We'll see what happens. We're going to go to the Super Sim. Tyreek Hill's top player, Waddle. Of course, they got Tua, ours are Drake, Olave, and then Gonzalez. I feel like on paper, Miami is actually not better. We are. So I feel like we should win. So we'll see. We're going to hop on to the Super Sim, and I'll see you guys once I'm there. All right. And I don't need to see the cringe. Just get on to the game. Gillette, baby. We're Super Simming to the end of the game. I didn't mean to jump. No. No. Jump forward to the end of the game. Thank you, EA. First blood goes to us. We're up 7-0. They're going to tie it up 7-7. Second quarter, they take the lead. We're going to tie it up. No, we're not. It's 14-10, 21-10 now. Going in the second half, 21-17. They make 28. It is still 28. We're going to score here. 20-20. Get a stop. Tied up. We're going to go slow here and hop on in. Minute 52 to go. 2nd and 1. Miami is in field goal range here. And I keep getting freaked out by that. Ooh, that's a nice run. Really good run there from Chain. So, good job there from him. And we don't have to do the cringe. We don't need to see the cringe, EA. Ideally, you get a field goal out of this. You know, you just got to stop him first. Is it, you know, that's the thing. You got to just stop him. We only have one timeout. So if we can get a stop, you got to get a stop, though. It's decent. 3rd and 4. Called our final timeout. So we have no timeouts. We basically have to run the entire length of the football field. It's a great tackle. Play clock's going to run all the way down to, like, a decent amount. I mean, in a perfect world, he misses the field goal. In a perfect world. World's not perfect. World is not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. The world is not perfect. So, we are down 3 with 50 seconds. Do you believe in miracles? It's a good run. 45 seconds. Problem is we don't have any timeouts. I mean, we could tie this game up. 32-yard line. We just got to get to the... We got to get in range. That's the thing. Got to get in field goal range. Drake, what do you got? It's a great pass. I wish he didn't run out of bounds. Like, right there. But that's all right. You know, it's quite okay. It's first down. 41 seconds. I would like to get a little more yardage. But it's all good. All good. Can't be mad at it. All right. Next play. It's a good look. And we got to hurry this thing up. 22 seconds. 21 seconds. Just don't get sacked. What a catch. And we lost the game. Because we ran out of time. We were putting together a good run, and we ran out of time. Because we did not have any timeouts. Yeah, you had to go faster there. Couldn't go fast enough. That's what I hop into. Okay. That's just wonderful. Of course, it's by a field goal, too. That seems to be... So far, it's a common theme that I'm getting. Nevertheless, you know, would have been nice to win, but I guess we can't. We'll have to hopefully hope for next season. But disappointing. Got to the playoffs, but still a little disappointing. Good game though from Drake. I mean, he had a good run. It's just it's an annoying way to lose a game when you run out of time, because we were literally in field goal range. We just couldn't get out of bounds, and then no huddle. Game ends. It's just, what are you gonna do? Let's take a look at the Super Bowl recap. It was Jacksonville and it was Green Bay, and Jacksonville wins their first ever Super Bowl with Trevor Lawrence getting the MVP of the Super Bowl, that is, because we have a Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes winning the NFL MVP, Coach of the Year Doug Peterson. They had a great season. They were 16-1. Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year, Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Ben Sherwood, Chiefs, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Max Winslow. Oh, Max Winslow, tight end. So yeah, it went Chiefs, Jaguars, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chiefs, Titans. So there you go. We have 5th and final season coming up. We'll have a little bit of cap room, I think, to make a move. So that's what we're going to try to do, make some moves. Let's see if we can win. 11 guys, and we have $45 million. Beck is a player option, which we're going to accept. So for the rest of these guys, I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping them around if they want to stay. Some of them make sense. Others I can care less about. Mainly guys up here. Yeah, we should be able to get Jelani back. You know, we'll see if he accepts that contract, which he does. And then as for the rest of these guys, you know, we'll see if they want to stay around. So, yeah. Justin Reed should want to stay around. Yeah, I'll offer anybody else contracts, and if nobody else accepts, they test. We'll go on free agency. We'll do some contract restructuring and try to make this team good in our 5th and final season. All right, so Peppers, Baker, and Logan Hall I want to test. I didn't even offer these guys. I mean, Robinson, we could throw him a contract, but, you know, if he wants to sign it. Okay, yeah, he signed it. All right, great. Everybody else here, I mean, Harrison, if he wants to test, sure. Sammy Turner, if you want to test. I mean, can we give him we can give him a minimum. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Franchise tag? Ugh, disgusting how big that is. I mean, I'd also throw Harrison a deal to be like a backup left outside linebacker, but he wants to test. So we'll have a little bit of money. Obviously, I'm going to restructure contracts so we have more money. And hopefully free agency is good. We're just going to advance. See how good it is. $11.4 million. If there's anybody really good, we just sign them, no matter the scheme fit. Well, it's got to be some, you know, Gibbs works. Gibbs and Arnold would be nice. I'm sure there's some other players here that we can try to go after that would be great for the team. So I'll make some signings. That's the goal. They're $13.1 million. That's how much cap we have. But we're gonna adjust that so we have more, and maybe we'll make a trade. Who knows? All right, let's take a look at free agency recap. And you know, we got some all right signings. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is a good pickup, very good pickup for us. Nate Wiggins at the cornerback spot, Kai Wingo, Ethan Pojic, Yatura Gross-Matos, and Justin Simmons, all scheme fits that we're going to be adding. I do want to make a trade, I think, though, either at the deadline or even just now. See what these offers are here, if there's anything that's good. I mean, to be honest, no. So, yeah, we're just going to advance on, I guess, to the draft. Maybe I'll make a trade there if I can. And that would be about it. All right, I traded for Drew Sanders and Ely for a first, second, third round pick. I didn't think that was actually going to go through, but it did. So Eminem's coming to my team, and then yeah, Ely's coming. So probably could have got some picks out of that too, but it's all good. I don't really need the picks. So we're just going to see who we get in the draft. It's the 5th and final season, so it really doesn't matter. I'll show you guys the recap and then see how we do. The draft recap, in case you guys are curious, not too much, but it works. They'll just be on the team as depth in case somebody gets hurt. So 5th and final season, if we take a look at the roster, it looks like this. I don't know why that, okay. Wait, is that where I wanted to look? No, I wanted to look at, that's not where I wanted to look. I want to look here. Yeah, that's why. I was like, wait, that is not the right way to go. Here we go. So I want to look at it from here. So, yeah, Drake's obviously our QB. We got Carson Beck, who's, I mean, honestly, probably someone I should have traded. I might trade him at the deadline, perhaps, if I want to get some more talent. But, yeah, Gibbs, Ford, and Glover is our halfbacks, pretty solid. Carr's going to be our fullback. Ave, Moore, and Shaheed, obviously, still our top 3 receivers. Then we got Henry as our tight end, but Wiley's right there, too. Callahan's going to be our left tackle. left guard is going to be Cole Strange. Then we also have Kendrick Green, too. Graham Barton's our center. Ethan's backing him up, as well as Downey. Hodges is our right guard. Robinson's right there, too. Hillman. You got Onwenu and Aldridge looking pretty good as your right tackles, left end. Barmore's our starter. Then we've got Keon White and Gross Matos we picked up as our right ends. Defensive tackle, Newton and Wingo, top two guys. Benitez, we got left outside linebacker, middle linebacker, Eminem, also known as Drew Sanders. And there's McGee and Glass, all the fun stuff there. So we got right outside linebacker. Gonzalez, Wiggins, Benford, top three corners. Free safety, Braden. Because we also picked up Simmons as well. Strong safety is going to be Reed. We have a few other guys here. And then McLaughlin and Corey kicking and punting. Is it a good team? I think it's a pretty talented team. But no one found us to simulate. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to see if there's anything else perhaps that we maybe might have missed. But I think overall we should be fine. I don't know if we have any money. I mean, if I could pick up Gilliam, that'd be great. I can. I'm going to sign him. Because he fits. And that's perfect for me. Tight ends. We're fine on. Right end, if I can get a right end. I guess Foskey would be alright. Logan Lee. Go Foskey. Pick him up for the team. Why not? He's a 1 overall better. And I think that was our weakest position. I mean, we have middle linebacker. We're good on left outside linebacker. These are all trade guys, and I don't really want to do that. So that's it. I'm good. This could be the team. I'm going to fix the schemes and all that. I'm just going to simulate and see what happens. Hopefully make the playoffs, and who knows, maybe win a Super Bowl. That's the goal, obviously, for the final season, if we can do it. So far, so good. 5-2 on the season. I mean, that's not too shabby. Let's take a look here at the stats and see what the story is telling me. So Drake is having a bit, not doing as great as he's done before, but he's still having a solid year. Obviously, I'm not going to make a trade with him. Rush-wise, 400 yards from Gibbs, 2 TDs, 140 and 1 from Drake. Glover as well. We got Moore, 290 and 3 TDs, 233 and 1 from Olave. Shaheed, 231, 224 and 2 from Henry. Sacks, we've got 4 from Onwenu, who he allowed 4 sacks, that's what I'm saying. 3 from Strange, Barton with 3 as well, and then Ronnie with 2. Tackles, we got 51 from Tavai, 42 from Sanders, Wiggins, 30, 28 from Braden, Justin Reed, 26, 24 from Gonzalez, Benitez with 22, 20 from Benford, Barmore, 20. Sacks, a few guys with 3 here. Okay. Interceptions, we've got 8 as a team. There's your kicking, and your punting, and your kick return, and your punt return so far. So good. I'm going to see if there's a trade we can make involving Carson Beck. He hasn't played, and I don't think we need him. So if we can trade him and get something of value, I shall do that. That's what I plan to do. So let's see what's out there in the market, and we'll go on from there. All right, done deal here. Carson Beck, a future first and a 4th-round pick going to the Falcons. We got ourselves Kyle Pitts. We got Knox and then Newsome as well, mainly for Kyle Pitts. That's a big trade right there for us, so he's going to be our new starting tight end. All right, and my final trade here is with the Raiders. We're going to be getting Dumukeje and Gibbons for Bailey, a 2nd, 3rd, and 2 4th-round picks. So that is it. That's going to be how we wrap this up. We'll see how well this team does the rest of the way. And I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We're hopefully in the playoffs. And we ended up going 15-2. What a season. What a season. Those trades definitely helped. If we get a bye, which means we are automatically divisional, which is great. So that means we're just going to win 3 games. 3 more games on the season, and then that's it. So let's take a look at the stats and see what the story is. So Drake was pretty solid. 3,420 yards, 39 TDs, 6 interceptions, 69% complete percentage. Nice. And a 117.2 pass rating. That is fantastic. Gibbs, 1,077 yards, 4 TDs on the carries. Ford, 353 and 1, 286.5 from Drake. Glover, 117 and 4. Receiving wise, Moore, 839 and 9, 696 and 5 from Olave. Shaheed was at 606, 375 and 4 from Hampton. Pitts, 349 and 8 as well. That's cool. It's very cool. Blocking, sacks allowed, kind of high, but it's all right. It should be all right. Tackles, Jelani with 117 lead team. Got Eminem with 96, 64 from Gonzalez. You can see it kind of dips after that. I see Barmore had 10 tackles for losses, and that's going to help him get 10 sacks, which is great. 6 from Bosky. Newton with 5.5, 3.5 from Wingo and Tabai at 3. All right. Interceptions, 5 from Sanders, 5 from Gonzalez, 3 from Braden, Jelani with 2, as well as Reed, and a few guys down here with 1. There's your kicking, there's your punting, there's your kick return, and your punt return. So, automatically, we have a bye. So, that's great. That's really great. We're going to see who we're taking on. You can see the rankings. Offensive points per game, we were 4th in the NFL, 22nd in pass yards, 5th in rush, and then defensively, least amount of points allowed, 7th best in terms of pass yards per game, and 5th in rush yards. Not too bad. Let's advance to the divisional, see who we're taking on. We got the boys in Buffalo. You can see they have the advantage in pass yards, and everything else we have the advantage in, so should be a fun matchup. Bills also, too. You can see the overalls. We have the advantage. We're the home team. Should be able to win. We're going to hop onto the Super Sim. See if we get the W. See you once I'm there. All right, it is snowing on the field. Okay, that could make it a problem. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We're going to jump forward to the end of the game and see what happens. So, in the snow, we get first blood. We're up 7-0. We're going to take the lead, go up 14-0. Buffalo makes it 7, but we're going to make it 21. Going in the second half, we have 21-7. They're going to make it 21-10. We're going to make it 24-10. Fourth quarter, we are up by 2 TDs and an extra point. They score another one, and we're just going to hold on and win this football game 34-21 as Drake and the boys get the job done in the snow to advance to the conference championship match. We're hugging it out with Dalton Kincaid and all the boys right there. Josh Allen, what is up, my friend? And yeah, we outplayed them. Drake, 4 TDs, 343 yards, 77.8 completion percentage. That's a great game from him. Josh Allen, those are their key. Why is there only one key player for each team? There should be more. It'd be nice if EA put like 5 players for each team. Or do like MLB The Show does, where they have your player of the game, and then you have like, 5 players or something like that. They should do that. But they won't. They won't. But food for thought. Alright, so in the next matchup, we've got Baltimore. They have the advantage on defense, slightly, I guess, but we have the offense advantage and overall advantage. And as you can see, well, actually, I don't even consider that. I mean, maybe, but... So in terms of offensive PPG, we are up there at 4th, they're 9th. We have the advantage over them. They have the advantage on pass yards, not by much, but still. Rush, they got the advantage. They're 1st, we're 5th. First in opponents' points per game, they're 11th. Pass yards, 201.7, we're 7th, they're 10th. It's close. And then 4th in rush yards, they're 22nd. So, they're your top players. Good matchup. Let's advance to the Super Sim. See if we can go to the Super Bowl. I believe it is Seattle and the Cowboys in the NFC, if I looked at the schedule correctly. Do they tell you here? I don't think they do, but if you look at the playoff bracket, you could see it there. So, there it is, yeah. It'd be nice if they showed it, if you could switch conferences, unless I'm dumb. Maybe I'm dumb. Also, too, it says it right in the top stories. Anyways, yeah, we should advance on. Let's go to the Super Sim and see if we can win. All right, here we go. It's snowing again. They love the snow, huh? I mean, it is winter. Makes sense, but jump at the end of the game. Starting it off, we're up 3-0. It's a good start. Make it 10. Second quarter, it's still 10-0. Now it's 10-7. Second half, they're going to not score there. Tie it up. Okay. Fourth quarter, can we take a lead? No, we cannot. Okay. Whoop. Slow, and we're going to hop on in. All right. Gotta slow it down sometimes. All right, we're in good shape. Minute 53. They have the ball. We just turned it over, I think. And they're just going to... Oh, wait, no. We have the ball. What am I talking about? I can't see. Yeah, I said we're in good shape. And there we go. We scored a touchdown. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't see. I'm colorblind. Clearly. All right, well, Jahmyr Gibbs with a nice rush TD. And we're up 16-10. So we have to play some defense and make sure they don't take the lead. So, not used to that. It's been a while, because if this was college football, we'd be watching college kids, not pros. But still, we seem to execute a lot better in this game. Which makes sense. All right, kickoff. The only thing we couldn't do, though, was do a huddle correctly. That's kind of funny. And, of course, we lost by a field goal, too. Just seem to love to lose by a field goal so far in the Super Sim. But right now, we're up by 7, so hopefully we don't. Oh, when it matters, at least. Like, you know, for those that I'm not going to spoil it on, you'll watch the first video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, can't tell what yard line we're at. It's a good catch. Second and inches. They're going to call a timeout. Minute 41. It's hard to see. It's like 30. Does it tell you? Oh, 33. Okay, perfect. I can see it now. 33-yard line. That's a first down, and then some. And they're going to call timeouts. Spitzer, the quarterback, not Lamar Jackson. So they have one. They're going to have one timeout left, I believe. They might call it here. Oh, long pass. All right. Minute 31. Good D. Really good D from Christian Benford. Minute 31. Second and 10. Let's do it again. They're going to get out of bounds, stop the clock, don't have to use a timeout. Third and 4. Now, if they don't get it, they got to go for it, obviously. See if we can clutch. Hey. Shut up. Stupid controller. Making noises. They got out of bounds. That was a good catch. Good third down conversion. Minute 22. I don't like where this is going too much. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing. So let's try to see if we can get a stop here. Okay. Well, they're not going to call a timeout. They're going to let the clock run. Second and 6. Looking. Oh, he's open. Okay, they're gonna run it. Clock is ticking. They're right there, pretty much. That's gonna be short of a first. Second and 4. Clock is still ticking. End zone is near. They're gonna drop that ball. Huge. Good D. Very good D right there to force a drop pass. 31 seconds. Third and 4. Is Baltimore going to really make this happen? Get a sack. Get a sack. Get a sack. You lucky bastard. All right, 4th and 4. One more defensive possession here, and we win it. Would have been nice to get the sack there, but let's see. Oh, we'll get it there instead. Fumble. And that's it. I mean, that's beautiful defense. That is beautiful defense. Denied. Great job. Fumbled it. That hair, though, looks terrible. But I'll take it. Shout out to the guys. So we got the job done. And we are going to the Super Bowl in our final season here of the Patriots. Very nice. Very nice. And I'm just going to run it. Do not fumble. Okay. Good job, Gibbs. That was their final timeout. Just take a knee. Honestly, just take a knee. I think. Okay, or didn't take a knee. Well, there we go. That's it. Let the clock run out. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won the AFC Championship game 17-10, and we will be advancing on to the Super Bowl. So that's going to be fun stuff. Handshakes galore. I wonder who it will be taking on. Will it be Seattle? Will it be Dallas? I'm going to find us to obviously progress in the video. Good defense there from Dubai, man. Very good defense. Love to see that from the guys. Excellent D. And yeah, Shane Spitzer. And then Drake. I mean, Drake didn't do amazing either. But, hey, good enough to win. That's all I care about. Super Bowl enough for the final season. Can we win? So, Super Bowl is going to be Dallas. Dallas beat the Seahawks. And you can see the key players there. Okay. I like it. So Dallas, second in offensive points per game. They have the slight advantage over us. We were fourth. They have the advantage in pass yards. Rush yards, we got them in. We got them in opponent points. They have us in opponent pass yards. And we have them in opponent rush yards. I think this is the battle of the best teams. So Dallas is a pretty good team. But we're equal with them in terms of overalls. We have the advantage record-wise. So does that mean we'll win a Super Bowl? No, not necessarily, but it's worth trying. So let's hop on into the Super Sim and see if we can beat them. The big stage. Can we not choke on the big stage? That is the question. Or will we choke on the big stage? I hope not. But you never know. So we're going to sim to the end of the game and see what happens. Oh, we can go quarter by quarter. I'm going to just do that. First quarter. And it's nothing. Okay. We're going to go next quarter here. And it is 7-0 us. And, alright, third quarter. We're going to go next quarter here. We take a 14-0 lead. They're going to take it 14-7, fourth quarter. We're going to jump forward to the end of the game and see what happens here. Dallas cannot score there. All right, we're second and 11. We have the ball. Okay, minute 1 to go. We're up 7. First and goal. And they have no timeouts. This is too fast for me. I think we just won the Super Bowl. Second and goal. Yeah, we just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, we're gonna win this game. It was too fast for me. I tried to. The super sim in NFL in Madden is so much faster than college sports football. It is. It really is. But maybe it was for the best that I didn't hop in, because who knows if I would have got screwed. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. New England Patriots back on top, beating Dallas 14-7 in the final season, no less. As we get ourselves a Super Bowl, we dump Coach in the very weirdly rendered Gatorade. That looks like, I don't even know what it looks like, but dude, Drake May, man, is a goat. He's a goat. I like him. I like him a lot. Great guy. There's Roger Goodell. I guess we might as well look at this. Okay. Yep, hoisting up the trophy. And that's... okay, that's the celebration. Okay. Well, I mean, not a huge offensive game. 14-7. Got the job done. I wanted to hop on in earlier. Probably should have, but I kind of effed up there. Should have went normal speed once it was like 7 minutes to go, but yeah, that was my bad, guys. My bad. But hey, we won, so that's all that matters. We have to hop on at the end and watch the kneels. And that's it. So let's see the off-season recap and then close out the video. The season recap, as you can see, yep, there's Drake getting the Super Bowl MVP. It was Mahomes, Mayo, our coach. Obviously, Gerard Mayo is our coach. Yeah, Mahomes MVP, Justin Jefferson, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Myles Garrett, Knox on the Lions, and Roach on the Lions, too. Rookies of the Year, respectively. That all being said, let's go to the full screen, close out the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below some of the videos. We got our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you like the content from TJP. And yeah, so don't fret. We are going to still be doing college football videos. I think my plan is to maybe just kind of alternate between NFL and college football for the time being. Once we get some other games out, though, I don't know how much college football we're going to be playing. I still got to do all the Madden teams, franchise video, trade for every first-round pick. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I like this. I got to say, the sim is a lot quicker and in this game than it was in years past. So, good for EA on that. But fix the draft class issue, please, so that I can actually care a little bit more. Besides just the first season. And then maybe I won't trade my draft picks. And I can make it a little bit more realistic. So I already tell people, But anyways. Next team will be an NFC team. Not sure who it is yet. I got to take a look at the standings, but you'll see it when it comes out. All right. I'm done. Take care. Peace.